Does BYU stay unbeaten? It's everyone's favorite discussion here on Locked On College Football. At least it's mine. It is my favorite running discussion. Is BYU ever going to lose a football game? Kevin Borba, Locked On Buffs, continuing on with me here on the show. Let's pick this one, Kevin, because BYU is just better than Utah, but it's in Salt Lake City, not Provo. If this were in Provo, I'd say BYU by, I don't know, 40, 50, 70, 1,000. Utah cannot move the football. I love this BYU defense there. They are really good. I'll let you make your pick first before I make mine, but how are you feeling about the Holy War here?
Yeah, I think BYU loses somewhere down the line, but not this game. Utah is
not
probably
tonight.
Not tonight, excuse me. Yeah, sorry, forgot when this was airing.
No, that was me. That was me referencing Miracle.
Oh, okay.
The Herb Brooks speech.
Got you.
Tonight we skate with them.
Tonight
we stay with them and we shut them down because we can.
Okay. Realistically, Utah's offense is terrible. They made a change to the offense coordinator the dude was putting out mediocre or terrible offenses in Northwestern. They're like, this is our guy now. Isaac Wilson's just really young. He's really inexperienced. I don't know if their quarterback of the future is on the roster right now, and I just don't think they could put up enough points. And unfortunately, in football, you do have to do that.
Yeah, I think scoring points does indeed matter. I talk to our football coach at Southern Utah every week. He says biggest key to victory, scoring at least one more point than the other team.
Facts.
Utah's going to find a way. At home, 31-28. Yeah. BYU fans that have been with me for a while, they get it. They understand. But BYU's going down this week. Big time.
Jinx action right there.
Yeah, let's talk Colorado, Texas Tech, because I go back and forth on this game. Texas Tech is at home. It's not an easy place to go play.
Not at all.
Though Baylor made it look pretty easy a few weeks ago. Texas Tech is up and down, peaks and valleys. They should make a shirt that looks like one of those charts that you would see in algebra class where it's going up and down and up and down and plotting different points, and then you're connecting those dots. That's the Texas Tech football season this year. We're all the way up here, close to the top of the y-axis, and then as we move along the x-axis, we have fallen all the way back down underneath the y-axis. But now we're back close to the top again. So last week they play really well. They go on the road, well enough to go on the road, beat Iowa State, give them their first loss of the year. The inconsistency makes me go with Colorado. They're favored by 3.5 according to our friends at FanDuel. I think this is a close game at home. I'll take the Buffs by a field goal, 31-28.
Yeah, I think Colorado wins here. I'm going to give them about a touchdown victory. I'll probably go like 35-28 as well. Or you didn't say that, but 35-28 as well with my brain. Realistically, I think this game has shootout potential. I trust Shedeur Sanders a lot more than Baron Morton. I do think if Colorado wins this game big, it's because Texas Tech secondary cannot slow down this receiver group, which we've seen them not be able to slow down a few people. Sawyer Robinson was not on my bingo card of torching a defense like that. But if anyone could do it that way as well, it'd be Shedeur Sanders. I think the atmosphere plays a role. I think this is probably the second most hostile environment they've played in this season behind Nebraska.
Taj Brooks, over 1,000 yards rushing this year. No surprise. That's the guy Colorado has to shut down in this football game, because if he gets going, he will make Shedeur Sanders a spectator in this one, and that's not how Colorado wants to play. Elsewhere, Oklahoma State is looking for their first Big 12 win of the year. Boy, I didn't think they were that good. I didn't think they were this bad. I mean, my goodness, things are bottoming out. They're in Stillwater. It's getting ugly. They're going to Fort Worth to play TCU, who has an offense. They're at home. TCU, waste of a good offense this year in the Big 12 with an atrocious defense. But I like Josh Hoover. I'll take the Horned Frogs 38-17. I think they steamroll Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Oklahoma State is probably the biggest disappointment, maybe in college football, honestly. You go from Big 12 runner-up to right now, they're 0-6 in conference play.
0-6?
Utah, as an offense, has 72 points on offense in Big 12 play, and they are 3 spots ahead of them. So Oklahoma State, not great. Their quarterback situation, we talk about all the time, Spencer. If you don't have a quarterback, we can't trust you. And I think despite how broke their fans are, according to Mike Gundy, they don't have the money to buy a quarterback either. So I guess everyone's just broke over there. According to Mike Gundy, not me.
Tough times. Yep. No, 100%. Speaking of great rushing attacks, UCF going to Arizona State, Sun Devils favored by a field goal, according to our friends at FanDuel. I like Arizona State in this spot. They're just a good football team, and they're even better than I thought. I was high on Arizona State coming into the year from a standpoint of, hey, Big 12 media, you picked them to finish last. Let me guarantee you that they are not the last place team in the Big 12. Lo and behold, they're not, but they're kind of fringe conference title contender at the moment. Like there's a scenario in which they can wind up. Yeah, there's a scenario where they could wind up at the Big 12 championship game. Right. So they've got BYU later this year. Like good times in Tempe for Kenny Dillingham and company, and they've earned it with a pair of 3-9 seasons. I think they beat UCF. The Knights are just all over the place. Quarterback questions, they're back and forth and up and down. I really don't like that. I think this Arizona State defense has a really, really good game. I will take the Sun Devils 24-7.
Yeah, I think for those people who didn't watch Arizona State last year, they kind of recognize that the team was a quarterback away from being decent, and they got that quarterback this year to go with a defense that's really, really stout. I think Arizona State's really good. I honestly think they win this game. And then their next two games to look ahead, sorry to do this to you, Spencer, is against Kansas State and BYU. I think one of them gets their season ruined by Arizona State. You could agree.
I like that take a lot. I like that take a lot. Arizona State can play with anybody in the Big 12 right now, including, though they haven't played them, Iowa State, who goes to Kansas this week. Kevin, if there's going to be a crazy upset, this would be a crazy upset. And why? You just got to ask yourself why. Why is Iowa State only favored by 3 points against 2-6 Kansas? Why? What does Vegas know that we do not? This should be a 7 to 10 point line minimum, yet here we are.
Maybe it's because it's at Arrowhead, so they're given like the benefit of the doubt where it's like, oh, the vibes are going to be lit. No, I don't know. I don't trust Jalen Daniels at all still. Like I'm picking Iowa State. Maybe they're going with their rattled approach. Like they just lost to Texas Tech. Iowa State's still a really good football team. Kansas is not, in my opinion. I just don't know what Vegas knows. That's why I'm not a bookie. That's why I'm not an odds maker. So we're going to find out in like 2 days that all of Iowa State's offensive line is out or something. That's just how things go.
I, too, do not know exactly what Vegas knows. I think that line a little bit is an overreaction to losing to Texas Tech last week. So I like Iowa State to win. I like Iowa State to cover. But Kansas, they've shown they're capable at times. I'll go 23-17. Cyclones go to Arrowhead and get it done. Last but certainly not least, Neil Brown may be coaching for his job every week, might already be fired. I don't know. They have a winning record in Big 12 play. But speaking of teams that have surprised us this year, Scott Satterfield and the Cincinnati Bearcats are pretty solid.
Not terrible.
Yeah. Not only that, they could be going to a bowl game. If they win this one. They're at home. I'll roll with the Bearcats here, 28-21.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Bearcats as well. I honestly view this as probably their best last chance to get that sixth win because they go to Iowa State and then they go to Kansas State the following week. And who knows what can happen after that 2-game stretch when they host TCU. So I'm going to go with the Bearcats here getting bowl eligible. In terms of Neil Brown, apparently he's too expensive to fire. So everyone buckle up. He's coming back maybe.
That's how the Big 12 is playing out this week, and that is Kevin Borba of Locked On Buffs. Appreciate everyone listening. I'll see you next time, and until then, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.